What's up, guys? This is Brian here from Swing Yard. I'm here today to review the Titleist GT2 driver, latest in their series of GT drivers. They've got a GT 1, 2, 3, and 4. The GT2 is actually a little bit more forgiving than their GT4. They produced the GT4 thinking that many of the tour players would like it, and some of the tour players do like it. It is their lowest spin version of the driver, but some of the tour players are actually playing this GT2, and so I thought I would try it out because I like a little bit more forgiveness. The GT4 head is actually smaller in cubic centimeters. I believe it's 430 and this is 460. So today I'm hitting the 10-degree variant. It's a very nice looking driver. I would say of the four main manufacturers, Titleist goes with the most sleek look. There's not a lot of bells and whistles. It just looks very traditional and sleek. It's almost so smooth that when I start my backswing, it feels slippery because it's so shiny and smooth. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I've noticed that here in the simulator, where there's not much preventing my club from moving, that it is almost too smooth. Of course, that's a small thing, but I'm hitting it with the Fujikura Ventus 6X TR shaft, which I have in a number of my drivers. It's kind of my favorite shaft. So I have enjoyed it. I've played 9 holes with it outside. I struggle a little bit. For whatever reason, this is probably just me not getting used to the driver. You know, it takes a little while to get used to a new driver. I like to hit a draw like you see behind me most of the time if the hole calls for it. But I tend, when I'm trying to play a draw, I have a different miss with this club than I do with my TaylorMade driver that I'm more used to. I'll tend to hit a high fade. I do like the driver. Of the 4 manufacturers, I'm actually hitting a 10 degree. Normally I hit a 10.5 degree driver. I tend to hit the ball fairly low. I keep my hands forward. So I typically have a 10.5 degree driver, and I'm always working to get the ball in the air. This driver is a 10 degree, and I think just with the way the driver is weighted, I'm able to easily launch the ball. You see that last drive I hit was 12.7 degrees, but I'm able to launch it up pretty high in the air with relative ease. So I do like that about this driver a lot. So I'm going to take a swing here and see if I can hit one similar to that one behind me, and then we'll talk about the result. Little bit right. So that's a fairly typical miss that I've had with this club. I know exactly why I hit that miss. I hit that a little bit off the heel, so that's a reasonably forgiving miss from that club, but that's what I saw actually, shots just like that on the real course, where I feel like just with the way the TaylorMade's weighted, that's not exactly the miss I've seen. So again, that's not necessarily a knock on the Titleist driver, but I would just have to get used to hitting it because its misses are a little different than what I'm used to seeing from my TaylorMade. I do really like the look of the driver. Of course, look is just a personal preference, but it is about the cleanest look of any of the drivers, and I really like the way that it looks when I look down on it. This version specifically has no horizontal weight slider or anything like that. There's kind of no bells and whistles. There is one detachable weight right on the back, which you know, if you want to put more weight back there, you can hit the ball higher and mess with it. Most players don't do that. Usually people are more accustomed to just using a horizontal slider to try to correct for a hook or a slice. I like having that functionality, but it's not on this driver. Not the end of the world. It is a nice driver. If you're a Titleist fan or looking for, you're a higher swing speed player and looking for a driver that helps you get the ball up in the air with relative ease, I would suggest you check it out. At least, you know, go to your local golf shop and take it out to the range. It is a very nice looking driver. I may actually take it back out and play 9 more holes with it, but I also might try the GT4. I'm interested to see how the lower spin version of this club feels relative to the more forgiving version. So that's what I have to say about the GT2. Check it out. Also check us out on swingyard.com for more information. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. We always appreciate it. Thanks, guys.